Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be doing a $250 gaming PC plus a case mod. On this case you're seeing on the screen right now, I call it the Deadpool build. Super excited about this one, hope you guys enjoy. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the components. As you can see in the title, this is a $250 gaming PC. So let's start from the top. The motherboard is the GA78 LMT from Gigabyte. I got it for 40 bucks. Next is the CPU, the FX 8350. I picked this up for 50 bucks. Moving on to the GPU is the GTX 780, which I picked up for 60 bucks. Moving on to the power supply, as you can see in this video, I have the smart Thermaltake 600 watt power supply in there, which is not the one I want you to use for this build. I had it there at the time because the other one had it shipped in. So the one I want you to use is, you can buy it on eBay. It's 29 bucks. It's a 450 watt power supply. Moving on is the cooler. It's just a stock cooler for the FX series. It's 10 bucks. Next is my hard drive. It's a 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue, and I got it for 21 bucks. Next is the RAM. It's mismatched, as you can see. Some of it's HyperX and some of it's just some DDR3 RAM. That equals 16 gigabytes of 1333 megahertz. Next is the SSD, 128 gigabyte SSD for 22 bucks. You add all this up, and that is a $250 gaming PC. And just to wrap things up, I wanted a see-through side panel, so I went to your local Walmart. You can go wherever you want, and you can get thick vinyl and then put it on the side of your case for a see-through side window. And I used Velcro strips just to stick it on there, and it works perfect. Okay, so sure, maybe this thing looks okay, but how does it perform? I mean, it's $250, right? I mean, it's not going to be great or anything. Well, let's just check the benchmarks. Fortnite at 1080p Pro settings got an average frame rate of 110, maximum frame rate of 121.4, and a minimum frame rate of 30.4. Very, very respectable frame rate for such a cheap budget computer. Next on the list, we have GTA 5, which is running at all high settings, and it is running a constant 60 frames on the in-game benchmark it lets you do. Never seems to drop really far into like the 30s or anything. It's really just staying at 60, and it's capped at 60 as well, so who knows, it might be getting around 80, 90 FPS, but a very good result from GTA 5. Next up on the list is Modern Warfare, a game that a lot of people are into right now, and this is the Warzone version of it, free to play. It is getting a respectable average of 50 frames per second on all low settings, 1080p. Minimum frame rate 13.7 FPS and maximum 6.8, which I'm sure the maximum was just because of the lock screen or something like that. Now, most of you think, oh, 55 FPS. Actually, this was surprisingly playable. Then, later off footage, it's not on this footage, but I got the results for it. I changed it to 720p just to see how much of a boost of a performance I could get for it. And I actually got an average of 81 FPS and a maximum of 95 FPS and a minimum of 15. Now, that was really smooth gameplay when I switched it to 720p. Really ran well. Surprisingly too, I didn't think that this PC would be able to handle Modern Warfare. Again, all settings are on low, 1080p and 720p. Next up on the list is Rainbow Six Siege, running at all high settings, the high preset. I got a very respectable average frame rate of 142.4 FPS, a minimum frame rate of 77.6 FPS, and a maximum of 649, which again was probably just in the lobby, so that doesn't really count. But it's still a very respectable average of 142 FPS on the high preset. This game ran very smooth, and you can watch the footage. Yo, what's up guys? In today's video we made the Deadpool build, and it's right here next to me. This build was really fun for me. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters growing up, so it just made it like really fun. And spray painting a case like that, an old just Dell case that I got for free from a friend, it's really fun to see what you can do with really budget cheap parts that most people are like, no, just throw that away, you know. I'm like, oh, that's my treasure. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and comment down below if you like content like this, or just use a normal case next time, or spray paint more stuff, or just kind of like DIY stuff that I really like to do. So if you like that, comment down below if you want me to do something different, or if you want me to use a certain kind of component, or if you want me to build a certain type of budget gaming PC. Like right now, today's video was $250 budget gaming PC. If you want me to do a 300 or a 400 or like a 100, 150, challenge me. I love to do it, and I will try to build the best gaming PC I can for that price range. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I guess I'll catch you on the next one.